Hello and welcome back to Starting Point, still the greatest point in which you start your day. And today we have a truly special guest, Sesko, as we've mentioned before. He is a master of master chefs, a household name in Indonesia, and we are so glad to have him in the studio today. We have Chef Juna.
Hello,
Chef.
morning.
Great morning.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Always great.
Always great?
Yeah. Healthy, happy.
Nice.
What else you can ask for?
And eating good food, I think.
Eating good food.
That's what's important, right?
That's dangerous, no?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, we'd like to know more about you, actually, Chef Juna, because I think here, us in Indonesia, we know you as, how can we say it, a strict person, a strict judge?
Yeah, really disciplined.
Intimidating?
Sure, yeah.
But we want to know, is that truly you, or it's something you plan to show to people? Or please tell us about that.
Okay. The strict, stern, yeah, that's truly me. Truly me in the kitchen.
Okay.
You know, and when we're working, yeah, because I got trained by all these mean chefs.
Okay.
You know, all about punishment and rewards. So I just get used to that. So I run my kitchen something like that.
The same way. As
the same way.
Treated.
And I think people shocked by it because of the show MasterChef Indonesia was on in 2011, and they never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's right.
On national TV. So they was like, oh, that's just a setup, and no. I was actually trying to tone down it a little bit.
Really? Wow.
Oh my
that's not
God.
even the full, like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you find that when you are a bit more stern, people in the kitchen actually work, so much better? Like, when you kind of like, talk, because service must be always hectic all the time. So
Right.
I bet you need that as well.
Yeah, you kind of like have to like play chess, with your crew. Like on the clock, we all business, all about the business.
Yeah.
You got to be, on time, disciplined, cooking the right way, timing is everything, and taste. But then, again, you got reward and punishment. But then after you clocked out, working hours off, and then you can joke around with them.
Yeah. It's not a side of Juna, Chef Juna.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you go hang out with them, but still, they have to understand. When you walk in, all jokes aside.
Wow, that's very intimidating. But can you tell us more? I mean, what year did you start learning or studying about food, maybe and beverages, or is it what you do from the start, or it was like an accident you get into
how did you fall into this
food industry?
It was actually an accident. Yeah, it was an accident. I was actually went to university here in Indonesia, petroleum engineering, Trisakti University.
Okay. What year was that?
93.
Okay.
And I was the head of the class actually,
Wow.
But then, naughty,
Okay.
bad kid, didn't finish, and then ran to America
Okay.
because they have this pilot school, aviation
Wow,
flight
this
school.
is surprising. From petroleum, and then you go to aviation field, and then
The mindset was, I'm not behind a desk kind of guy.
okay.
So pilot was kind of cool, back then. It's kind of cool. The training was 6 months, supposedly, and you got 250 hours with multi-engine commercial license. With that hours and license, you can go back to Indonesia and apply to the airlines.
Okay.
And you become they call it the monkey boys or whatever, the third person in the cockpit training, basically.
And then,
more simulator, but you already get hired,
Yeah. And then what happened? Because you're not a pilot right now.
No. I got my license.
You did get your license.
Private pilot though, not commercial. Private pilot and instrument rated. That means I can fly a plane by myself. I can fly in at night and into the cloud because I can look at all the instruments.
Wow.
That's an instrument rated. But I didn't get the commercial
license,
multi-engine license
Okay.
because ran out of, to be honest, money.
Okay. Okay.
Because apparently it's more than 6 months because of the weather. You know? And then Indonesia got the economic crisis early '98.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we really don't have anything. You know, my mother is just employee for hotel, you know, hotel manager or travel agency. So I started to try to survive in America.
Okay.
You know, become illegal because it's already more than 6 months. My visa is already expired.
Okay. Okay.
And then start all these rough jobs, you know, like sweatshops, pizza delivery. When people say pizza delivery, oh yeah, it's easy driving a car, delivery pizza. No, it's not that. Because I was illegal,
Yeah, that's right.
it's private Indian pizza shops,
Oh.
you know, that they employ all these illegal people like myself back then.
Yeah.
With half the price, the salary of, you say,
A formal
formal
salary,
women.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to go around neighborhood and hanging flyers, you know, because these flyers, they have the package bonus discount, buy 2 large pizza and you got free liter Coke and stuff like that, you know. So in the summer, Texas, really,
Wow.
Oh, that's
you know, for about, I think like, it was like $4 or $5 an hour.
Wow.
That's a lot. of work.
$5 per hour.
Yeah.
Because we have to below the minimum wage
Yeah. Of course.
because we're illegal. So couple jobs like that, the rough jobs, and one day, my friend worked in Japanese restaurant, and it's Chinese American owned, and they employ some of their employees illegal.
Okay. Okay.
So my friend got a job in there, and they invited me to work there as a waiter in the beginning.
Okay. That's the first.
But
job.
that's just, I think it was just 2 weeks. Then suddenly the sushi master asked me to become his apprentice.
Wow.
Yeah, because he saw me always on time, not just on time, before time,
Wow.
and already neat, ready to work, doing
Yeah.
side jobs. You know, in the
Yeah.
restaurant as a waiter, you have to do side jobs before you serve the customer. You know,
course.
like pouring all this sauce,
Yeah.
soy sauce,
Preparation, all
Opening
preparation,
restaurant,
yeah.
dusting. Yeah.
portioning the salad that come with the lunch packages, and you know, and all that stuff. You know. So he saw that, and during the non-rush hour, I always stand by the sushi bar looking at the sushi chefs. They're doing preparation, and I always ask them questions, you know, like, why you cut this fish this way, not this way? Why you do it this way? What kind of fish is that? Like, you know. So he saw that as I'm interested and have a good work ethic. So he came to me like, hey, how about you work under me? You become my apprentice. Start from the back meaning inside the kitchen, not the sushi bar. Making the rice, peeling the tomatoes, help the dishwasher, and you know, mopping toilets and all that stuff. Yeah. So I was already 22 at that time.
Okay.
You know, and I was thinking like, I'm just a high school graduate. You know, I mean, being a waiter is fun. You have a lot of money, and there is professional waiter You know, in the States they have that.
Yeah.
You know, when they can make like 6,000 a month.
Yeah, that's right.
Become a waiter, they work 6 months and then have a vacation for 2 weeks and then become
Yeah.
and then work again. It's normal
Yeah,
in the States.
that's
You
right.
don't have to have a title, you know. But then I'm like, no,
Yeah,
I
what
wanna,
made
I
you
wanna
choose
learn
to-
something. you know.
Okay.
So he made me choose difficult life choices. I said, I sleep on it. May I? Yes. Next morning, I came and I was like, all right, I'll take that. You know, for $1,000 a month. That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a lot. 6 days a week from the open to close, and you do all this hard work.
Yeah, yeah.
So it starts from there.
Wow, that's up from there.
Starts from there.
That's,
And luckily, based on scared, feeling scared or afraid, because I have this good job, right? Before, I have all this rough, in the sun job.
Yeah.
Now I have a roof on top of
Yeah.
my head, you know, working in, you know, more like humane condition.
Human environment. Of
not in the
course.
scorching heat,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, yeah. And steady income, you know, even though it starts from not so much. So I'm afraid if my mentality was, if I do something wrong, then I'm afraid they're gonna fire me.
Yeah.
So that pushes me every day.
Wow.
So that made me a fast learner and do it right, because he was very mean too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he really hit you.
Wow.
Yeah, same mistake. Three of the kind of same mistake in a day, you lose your day off.
Wow.
Oh, that's
You know,
tough.
as an illegal back then.
Yeah, back then.
You know, you don't want to lose this job.
Yeah.
So suck it in every day, push myself. And apparently, I shine.
Wow.
And then the owner and the sushi master, it's a win-win situation. So they sponsored me to have a green card.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. I still pay the immigration lawyer myself, but the company sponsored me. So we have to go through this, like we put ads on local newspaper like Houston Chronicle back then, say looking for sushi chef and this and that, and for 3 days minimum, and nobody applied, and I applied or they found me, and then we applied to Texas Department of Labor first to get certification and all that process. So the process took 5 years until I got my green cards. So it's a win-win situation,
Yeah,
meaning like I got my green cards and
Yeah.
become legal,
Yeah.
and they have a dependable employee for 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, meaning like he's not gonna quit.
Yeah.
For us. So that's that. People might wondering, how can you get a green card with employment?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's right.
The answer is this: because apply as a sushi chef, it's not as a chef. You know, it's a skill that, according to United States of America, a skill or a profession that not a lot of U.S. citizen
Okay.
has.
Yeah, you know,
It's
a
quite
special,
niche,
yeah,
right?
yeah, niche,
Yeah.
yeah.
If
And
I
so-
apply for a chef, they're gonna decline right
Yeah.
away, because
So
there's a lot of.
I can say that you are not. You said that you're a naughty boy. You're not naughty. I think you're so curious because you ask a lot of things. But before you
Yeah,
respond
when
to
I
that,
was in college,
Yeah,
in high school, I was a bad
yeah.
kid.
And this discussion so great, but we have to have a break.
Okay.
A bit. We'll get back to you after this short break. So stay with us. Welcome back to Starting Point, and we're still with Chef Juna. If you follow us from the beginning, it was an exciting conversation between us because we know his struggles, how he started his profession, and let's continue. I think we left off from you were in a Japanese restaurant.
Yes.
You become the apprentice of the sushi master,
Right.
and then what's next?
What's next? I stayed there about 6 years, and we already helping the owner with his other restaurant, which is Pan Asian.
Okay.
We call it Pacific Rim because all the cuisine of all the countries around the Pacific Ocean, you know.
Yeah.
You got Thai, of course, Japanese.
Indonesia?
No, Indonesia. I'm sorry. Over there, they're not. Yeah, they got a little bit of touch of Korea, Hawaiian, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, already more into the kitchen, you know. And then one day, he saw me like, I know that you are a curious guy. You want to learn more. So if you want to leave, you know, learn something new and go some other place,
Yeah.
no hard feeling.
Wow.
Just find me a replacement. Oh, okay. So
They're actually a good boss.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. So 3 months after that, I left.
You left.
Yeah, I trained my apprentice to take over after me in the Japanese restaurant, and then I left. And right when I left, I got recruited in this new famous Japanese restaurant in the upscale area, Uptown Sushi. So I was there, become the number 2, and not long after that, the Japanese master in that Uptown Sushi, Kazu-san, he left, went back to Japan. So I become the head chef
Okay.
over there. And then suddenly this guy come in, you know,
Customer? You mean?
customer, yeah, sit in the bar because they already know us, you know, me and my chef. They don't order from the menu anymore. They just give us the special. What's fresh today? So basically in 2004, late 2004, we already did what you call chef degustation back then, you know, because they never order from the menu.
Yeah.
You know, so this kind of like African American guy, you know, but apparently he's from England.
Okay.
So
That is
he got
interesting.
that accent. Oh, you can order things in Japanese. And I'm like, nah, you're just gonna show off. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people like that. You know 1 word, 2 words of Japanese language, you know, and then you just start show off. You know, it happens a lot. But he came back the next day and want to talk to me. I'm like, okay. And he ordered sushi the way the Japanese people do, you know? Like, he just ordered one by one. So I serve it the Japanese way.
Yeah.
Not everything come in at one time, you know. So
Like
when they order,
omakase.
yeah,
A
they
little
order
bit,
tuna.
yeah.
So you give the tuna first, you know, you put on the keta wooden plate in front of him, and when he finished, then I start to make the next one. So he knows how to order,
Okay.
and I have to serve him the right way. And he said that, oh, I'm famous. He's a local celebrity chef in America,
Okay.
in California.
In California.
He said that.
Yeah.
He has a restaurant called Noe. You know, I was like, this guy, you know, like. But then I look it up. Yeah.
He is the owner.
Yeah,
He is the owner,
yeah. Robert Gatsby, that's his name. As French cuisine, fine dining.
Okay.
So the next day he came again. He's like, look, I want you to work for me because I'm opening Noe in Houston, inside Omni Hotel.
Yeah.
I'm like, why me? I don't know anything about French cuisine. No. In French professional kitchen, we commonly divided the kitchen into 4 sections: fish station, meat station, hot apps, and garmager. You know, like, and I believe sushi chef is the best to take care for fish station. So anything seafood. He got a point. I'm like, because we play with seafood all the time, you know, cut the fish, you know, shellfish, all this stuff. I'm like, okay. I'm like, give me time to think.
So the first 2 visits was actually a test for you, I think. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So actually I said yes, because I want to learn something. I guess I made the right decision for doing that.
And maybe more good money?
No. Not good
That's
money.
surprising.
No.
That's surprising.
No.
Okay.
No,
That's
no,
surprising.
No.
Wow.
So?
Is there a pay difference or?
A
the
huge
difference?
difference.
Yeah.
A quarter of what I was made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did you go for it?
Yeah.
For the skill. For the
Good.
skill.
Huh.
For
Good
the
answer.
knowledge, education. This is a whole new ball game for me. From quote unquote somebody that already famous in Houston, because I was kind of famous in Houston because sushi chef back then, you're out there, you're not in the kitchen, right? You're in the sushi bar.
Yeah.
You have your regulars. And in the, say, hospitality industry, they know us, you know, because they want to get the best fish, the freshest fish,
Yeah.
you know. So we know each other in that world, you know. So, and become somebody that work inside the kitchen that nobody, hi Juna, nobody do that.
It's a whole different world and everything.
And you only get paid $10 an hour. You know, and then I negotiate, I think I got $11 an hour.
Yeah.
But you only can work 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week. That means you got about 1,600, a little bit more than 1,600,
Yeah.
minus tax.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
And then minus tax, don't forget.
Tough, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I cannot live with that. You know, so I had 2 jobs. Another restaurant, Northern Italian restaurant. So I
How do you
worked.
manage your time?
Apparently, I took shift. You know,
Okay.
for the fine dining, they only open dinner,
Yeah.
and so we don't have to be there before 3 o'clock. And then the other place they open lunch or brunch. So I was in the early morning shift. So about 3.5 years, just say 3 years, I have 2 jobs of restaurant jobs, and rank about 78 to 80 hours a week.
Wow.
You know, I didn't have life like that.
Yeah.
And it's
I can
two
imagine.
different cuisines as well, right?
Always
It's
2 different cuisines.
Japanese
because
and
because no, we didn't make it. It's too fancy, too fine dining. It was only like about a year and a half or something like that. So I found another job, and then this was laid back manner. It's, I would say it's a set menu only, chef degustation only, and we already play with molecular gastronomy.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
learn something new again every day. So, just like that.
That's early. And is that what inspired you to eventually work for, the legendary Thomas Keller in
Yeah.
the French Laundry? I think that's what I'm really interested in. Of like, what are some of the biggest things that you've learned as well when you've transitioned from that and then working in a 3 Michelin star restaurant such as the French Laundry? Like, what are some of the biggest impressions that you had when you were there?
Well, when I applied for French Laundry, I was already executive chef in Houston, and this American with Japanese bistro and French technique called Kenso Bistro. You know, but then I got bored, to be honest. Like, you're already executive chef, nobody telling you what to do anymore, and I don't like that.
So you run the kitchen. As
Yeah, as
executive chef.
executive.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Good or bad, not a lot of people really honest about it. Customers, sometimes they just like to say good things so they feel special.
Yeah.
Or they complain about other things that it's not even make sense. So, so I starting in the States where we do that a lot. Even though me and my friend as a chef, when on my day off, I go to his kitchen to see how he runs his kitchen.
Yeah.
And how he does with, say, asparagus in different ways. Same thing with him. So it's very good, healthy community. So French Laundry was, and still, I guess, #1 restaurant in America, and it was in the world back then. It's a flagship, especially for American chef, Thomas Keller. I applied a couple of times. They say they are full. This is for staging, yeah.
What is staging?
Stage means you work for free.
Work for free?
For free.
Oh, in exchange for
knowledge.
For knowledge, yeah, for
skills,
yeah,
knowledge.
experience.
And then suddenly, they call me up. Can you get here in 3 days? I was like, what? Yeah, we have an opening, and I see you relentless, keep sending us email, you know.
That's the key. That's the
That's
key.
the key, you know, every 2 weeks, I keep emailing them, you know. So can you get, I was like, man, I really want this, you know. So I talked to my boss. Apparently my boss is, he understands, because who doesn't want to be in French Laundry, you know? So I just drove from Houston to Napa Valley. And then
that's a long drive.
That's 32 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, work for no pay.
Yep.
And I still have to pay for my apartment in Houston and another room in Napa Valley. The start was for 3 months, and I learned a lot. I think I would be like the only, they call it back then, at that era, the only extern.
Oh.
Extern.
Meaning they have an intern.
Yeah.
Intern is somebody from the CIA, Culinary Institute of America, and they go train there. They have that work agreement, you know, as an intern. And I'm an extern because I'm not from school. I just wanted to be there and do the program for 3 months. You know, after the 3 months, they offer me the job, you know, and I was back in Indonesia. So, cut the long story short, I haven't been back in 12 and a half years. So at that time, my dad was sick also.
Okay, yeah.
So I just stay here for a bit, something like that.
So maybe that's your background, your magnificent background, I could say. I want to know, how do you see Indonesian cuisines? Give us your point.
Indonesian cuisine is very diverse, very unique, you know, because I'm with the ICA, Indonesian Chef Association, a legal organization under the tourism department. And apparently since 2012, I'm still apparently one of the vice president for communication and PR. So I go travel a lot, you know, for the ICA. You know, from, I think we have 37 provinces now?
Yep.
I never been to Papua, North Kalimantan, North Borneo, and Bangka Belitung. The rest,
You've been all the rest.
I've been all the rest, you know, with the ICA.
Yeah.
With my title or job desk, if the local government or our branch, ICA, for example, ICA of Bali, if they have a festival, they have event, the president of ICA, Chef Santo, and me, the one that have to go, you know, or they wanted us to go.
Yeah.
So, like 3 weeks ago was in Kalimantan. We were in Kalimantan.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Palangkaraya.
Yeah.
So, because of that, I see Indonesia has a lot of food, kind of diverse, different methods of cooking, different ingredient base they use.
Yeah.
The spices, you know, the way of cooking, the traditional way, the modern way, all the combination of the traditional and the modern way. So it's really unique, and we have to be proud of that because the flavor, we're using fresh herbs and fresh spices, of course. Yeah. Because of that, it's elevate the aroma, the taste, you know, the flavor. Yeah. So.
And that's something different from what's done in America and
right.
In
and
Europe,
that's a homework for me.
Okay.
Because I got back to, went back from America to Indonesia in 2010 because of a job in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And suddenly I got invited, and suddenly, couple months later, they got this MasterChef Indonesia. And then they picked me to be one of the judges. And then apparently I stand out. For some reason.
Of course.
For some reason.
For good
With the
reasons,
reason we know.
No, it's hard, it's hard.
Yeah,
because I
I
was
can
just
imagine,
being me. And people not accepted at that time.
Yeah.
They don't know the real kitchen life. That's the real kitchen life.
Yeah.
So they gave me this title, Master Chef Indonesia. Apparently that's just a show title, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a guy that I don't want to have flaws on my end. So I really learned about Indonesian food suddenly.
Yeah.
Quietly, suddenly I drive myself, I have to know this, I have to know that, I have to know this, I have to know that, Because they start invite me to all these events. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, or if I don't know what they're doing, then what is this? What chef is this? What master chef is this? And then in 2012, they asked me to join the organization, the ICA. It drives me even more, I have to be good at this, at least have a broad knowledge and know how to.
Yeah, and Chef, you've inspired so many people as well. I believe in MasterChef and all of us. And unfortunately, this is the time we could go on again for more and more segments because you have such an incredible story. And we want to thank you, first of all, for sharing about your life journey. Again, it takes so much dedication, resilience, and how relentless, again, you are. You have to in order to be right here. Thank you so much, Chef Juna, for coming on the show. Thank you. It's been such a joy and pleasure to talk to you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.